So now we are going to start the legal language of the FIBLS LLB. So first topic is the Consumer Protection Act 1986. Consumer Protection Act is also said as CPA 1986. Any person who buys goods and service is considered to be a consumer. Two terms are important, caveat emptor and second is the caveat venditor. So caveat emptor, let the buyer be aware. Buyer means consumer of the goods and of the services. And caveat venditor means let the seller be aware. So now we will see that how the protection is provided by the Consumer Protection Act. So here Bureau of Indian Standards BIS, a government body, certifies the purity of a gold bought by you. The process of certifying the purity of a gold is called hallmarking. Two objectives of the hallmarking scheme: to protect the public against adulteration, to obligate manufacturers to maintain the legal standards of fitness and purity. So here we can examine or here we can look that the gold is a pure or not by having the look on the hallmark. Hallmark is a very important mark and it should be present in the gold. Then we can be assured that the gold is a pure and it is not adulterated. So next is the important words related to the Consumer Protection Act. Dispute, in that complaint, causes and complainant. Second is defect. Third deficiency. Fourth services and fifth appropriate laboratory. So here first is the disputes. In that first point is complaint causes, unfair trade practices or restrictive trade practices, goods brought by him, services hired by, excess price, goods which are hazardous for life and services hazardous to life. Second point is the complainant. In that there are 5 classes: a consumer, second is the voluntary consumer association, central government or a state government, group of consumer, beneficiary or a heir. Means when a consumer is a no more, then his next generation can carry out that case or can file that case. In this, here the meaning is beneficiary or a heir. Next is the legal representative, means a lawyer. So these are the 5 classes of the complainant. Second is the defect. When there is a fault, imperfection, shortcoming in a quality, quantity, potency, standard of the product, then it is called defect. Now air conditioner making noise. This is the example of the defect present in the air conditioner. Radio is not working, headphones are not clear, farmers purchase the seeds but they don't get the good production. This is also called a defect. Then the torn clothes, fitting of clothes is not good, the quantity order has not came, it is also called a defect. So this, the second point is defect. Third is the deficiency. So when there is a fault, imperfection, shortcoming, inadequacy in the quality, nature, manner of a performance, then it is called deficiency. Fourth is the services. Example: banking, educational service, medical service, transportation, entertainment, amusement, telecommunication, financial, insurance, lodging and boarding, supply of electricity. So these are the services. And fifth is the entertainment and amusement. So here example: visited to a water park but didn't get any facilities of sitting, eating, then it is called deficiency. Visited to a theater but the quality of the screen is not good, seats are not proper, this is also called as a deficiency. Only just you have brought a product and in there is a deficiency or the part is missing or the part is not working, then it is also called deficiency. And here the facilities are not provided, this is also called deficiency. Services are of 2 types: free of charge and contract of service. Free of charge means indirectly we pay taxes for it, and the contract of service is the means an agreement, whether verbal or in writing, where a person binds him or herself to render service to or to do the work for an employer in return of wages. Example, maid and servant, or master. And next example is of the employer and the boss. This is called as contract of service. There are two types in services: free of charge and contract of service. A contract of service applies to an employee-employer relationship. Contract of service. A contract for services is a formal, legally binding agreement before a business and a self-employment individual. It applies in the case of an independent subcontractor. So these are the two types. Now we will see the distinguish between the contract of service and contract of. So this is the difference between contract of service and contract for service. This is a very confusing distinguish. So first we have seen that contract of service means relation between the employer and the boss, or it is a written contract where a person binds him or herself to do the work or the employer in return of. And contract for service means a contract for services is a formal, legally binding agreement before a business and a self-employment individual. It applies in the case of an independent subcontractor. Now we will see the distinguish, then you will understand the two topics: contract of service and for service. Employee-employer relationship, and here employer is independent. Usually a continuous relationship is here of service, and a relationship organized around the completion of a piece of a work. A duty of a care owned to employees as the employer, a duty of a care arising from occupier's liability. The employer is generally liable for the vicarious acts of employees, and here the employer is generally not liable for the vicarious acts of the independent contractors. Protective legislation applies to contract. In general, protective legislation does not apply except for the Safety, Health and Welfare at Work Act 1987 and the Equality Act. Wages, salary payment method and various methods of payment including lump sum salary job. So here in this of service, employee-employer relationship, and here independent employer and independent relationship is seen here. Then in the contract of service, the employer is generally liable for vicarious acts of employees, but here he is not liable. And wages, salary payment method is seen in the contract of service, but in the contract of salary, various methods of payment including lump sum per job. Such type of payment is seen in the contract for service. Subject of contract is to carry on continuous work. It is in contract of service, and subject for contract is once of a job. It is in contract for service. So this is the distinguish between the contract of service and the contract for service. Then again I have written those points. Contract for service. Here the contract for service implies a contract whereby one party enters into a contract to supply its professional, technical or both services to the another party in exchange of a monetary consideration. Monetary means by giving money. It is called contract for service. Means for service you are making a contract, and that service means for professional, technical or both services. Example, a lawyer or a CA offering his professional services in exchange of a fee. A mechanic offering his technical expertise in exchange of a monetary consideration. So this is known as the contract for service. Next is the contract of a service. So contract of service is a contract which applies a relationship of a matter and a servant or an agent, share broker, example estate agent, housekeeping, employer employee relations. This is called contract of a service. Hence the difference between the contract for service and contract of a service lies in the motive between the two parties. Medical service under CPA. Medical service is also covered under the Consumer Protection Act. Earlier it was not there in the original act. Medical service were brought under CPA, Consumer Protection Act, by the landmark judgment of the Indian Medical Association versus VP Shanta case. As per the CPA, a patient is a consumer and the medical assistance is a service, which means if any emergency arises because of the negligence of the hospital or the medical service providers, then the consumer can approach to the Consumer Protection Redressal Forum, means the patient. Thus, the provision is also applicable if a patient is admitted in the private hospital as well. Doctors and hospitals fall within the jurisdiction of the Consumer Protection Act. This is the very important point. However, this clause isn't applicable to the charitable services provided by the doctors. This is the exception. So here Indian Medical Association versus VP Shanta. In a short points we will see what is the case. So here the Indian Medical Association versus VP Shanta is a landmark judgment delivered by the Supreme Court. This case had a constitutional bench of 3 judges. In this case, all the 3 judges unilaterally said that a service rendered by a doctor and a hospital falls under the purview of a service provider. Also, a person who receives the services, that means the patient, is also deemed as a consumer, which means in a case of any negligence or any problem, the patient can approach a consumer. The Supreme Court also held that rendering medical assistance is a service unless a monetary consideration is missing. If monetary consideration is missing, that means it is a charitable operations. Then only the patient will not be able to access the Consumer Dispute Redressal Forum because the monetary consideration is missing. So here it cannot be considered as a consumer. If in charitable operations, if any fault has happened, then the consumer cannot approach to the consumer courts. So the IMA versus VP Shanta, Indian Medical Association versus VP Shanta, is a landmark judgment because it brought the medical services under the jurisdiction of the CPA, Consumer Protection Act 1986. And tort means damage, injunction, negligence, mandatory or a prohibition. Here the master and servant, it is a vigorous liability. And this is the basic knowledge when such case name is written and aside to it this is written, then 1995 means it is one of the example. Here the 1995 is the year. The number given here is of the volumes number, SSC or HC. SSC means Supreme Court case, HC means HSCC means High Court case, and this is the page number. So always in the short form with the case name this is written. So this is the meaning. First is the year, then the volume's name, then the court's case and the page number. The fifth is the appropriate laboratory. Example, Central Potato Research Institute, ICAR. It is in it is in Shimla and Himachal Pradesh, and Electronic Regional Test Laboratory. This is the appropriate laboratory.